Hey guys, I hope everyone's doing okay. So this is my first video that I'm making on this game when it comes to making a build, and I pretty much made a pretty unique build that I don't think a lot of people know about it, or maybe they just haven't really explored that area. So basically what I'm talking about is pretty much making you unkillable. Now, not as a solo character, but as a team. So basically this build rotates around Monaco and get a certain ability for him. Basically, just as a summary, the way it works is that we will use Monaco as a sacrificial lamb, let's say. So basically he will die over and over again, and then you will revive him again and again. But in order for this build to work, your two other characters, doesn't matter who they are, but they have to have some sort of damage output so you can actually like beat the enemies. First of all, before I showcase how the build actually works, the ability that you need to get for Monaco is called the Crueler Barrier, which applies 1 to 2 shields to the target, and if you're in heavy mask, it gives 2 AP to the target. This doesn't really matter, it's more about the shields, and it's not even that big of a deal if you don't have this ability, but it does help quite significant. So in order to get the Crueler Barrier, you have to fight a Crueler and get his foot, and this is a Crueler that you can fight and get his foot, and he is located next to the Gestrel village on the right of it, because he also exists in the flying waters, so that you don't have to go inside, you can just kill him outside the Gestrel village. Now I'm using Verso, Mile, and Monaco, but like I said, it doesn't matter who your other two characters are as long as they do damage, and it doesn't matter which sort of build you're using for the other two characters. This is basically just for Monaco. So the point of Monaco is to try and make him as squishy as possible. Basically give him the least amount of health, the least amount of defense. As you can see here, 2000 health, 1900 defense, but the speed is 3000. Now, why is this important? So basically, the way that the pictos are set for Monaco is that pretty much just set the highest pictos that you have when it comes to speed. So we're trying to make him as fast as he can. So pretty much I put stuff on the agility, the luck, and then the rest on might. So basically we're trying to avoid giving him health or defense. Now the actual build, so I think it was a total of around 150 Lumina points, maybe give or take. So basically, well, this is what we're trying to do. So first of all, we do auto death, so we kill ourselves on battle start. We have burning death, which is not that important, but nonetheless, you apply 3 burn to all enemies when you die. We have cheater, so we play twice in a row, obviously. So this combo attack is just for the speed that I have, same with the critical weakness. Death bomb, we do damage to all enemies, also not that important, but still, if you have Lumina, why not? Energizing death, quite important, you give AP to allies when you die. Energizing revive, plus 3 AP when you get revived, also quite important. First strike, so you can actually play first. This is useful for the ability that I mentioned that you need to get. Painted power, you do more than 10k damage. This isn't as important, so protecting death, so when you die, allies gain shell. When you get revived, you will instantly play back again, very important. Second chance, you get revived. You don't have to use a tint to revive him, or you don't have to use Lune. So he revives himself and then you save a tint. And you have shielding death, which is the most important picto in this build. On death, allies gain 3 shield points. So this is basically how we're making an unkillable party. And that's pretty much with the pictos. So it doesn't matter how you set up Mile or Verso. You can use Luna and CL. You can use whoever you want. It doesn't matter. That's just up to you. So I'm not gonna talk about how I have Verso and Mile built. It genuinely does not matter. That's just your own build. I'm not really gonna focus on it unless some people want to know how my build is currently. But this is basically just for Monaco as it stands. Now, when it comes to the weapon of Monaco, it's not that important which one you use, and I'm even like reading through them right now. I'm using the Brumero because it's the highest level that I have, and it's actually not a bad weapon. So basically, if I'm in Almighty Mask, I will play twice, but I have the cheater nonetheless, so it doesn't really help me that much. But the level 20 to some extent is good, but I haven't really tested it how it works. So basically, if you die while you're in Almighty Mask, you will get revived. So now I'm actually gonna showcase how this build actually works in game, which is the most important part, and I'll actually do it right now while I'm recording this video, even though I did this live on stream. So basically, I will go and fight in the Endless Tower, and I will fight the Stage 11 Trial 3, which is the last level in this Endless Tower canvas, which is basically fighting the Painted Love. So basically what happens is... Alright, we need to just pause instantly on what happened. So basically what happened there was Monoko, using the die on battle start, he died, and then he gets the second chance from the Picto, and then he revives himself back with 100% health. And you can clearly see that Mael and Verso have 6 shields now. So they have 3 shields originally themselves, with a Picto that gives you 3 shields on battle start. But the extra 3 shields come from Monoko, who gives them the shields because he died. And not just that, you also give them AP when you die, but you also give them AP when you get revived. So now, you pretty much start the game, you do some sort of damage when you die. It's not that important, but it did have it. But you also do apply some burn stacks, which could be nice because you could already do increased damage to burned enemies, or increase critical chance against burned enemies, or, you know, there's a lot of builds connected around burning enemies, right? And so basically, we start the battle with max AP with 6 shields each, and Monoko can play. So basically what we do now is we actually use the Crueler Barrier that I mentioned, which applies 1, 2, 3 shields to the target. Now you can choose whoever you want, right? Let's just say it's Verso, and then we give him extra shields, so he got 2 more. So now he has 8 shields, right? And they attack. I'm not even gonna counter attack. It's whatever. I mean, whatever. Yeah, right. So once it's my turn again, I will pretty much just show you how it is. So basically, here I let Monoko die. So basically, the reason why you let Monoko die is that's pretty much how you're gonna farm him. So Monoko died, and on death, he did apply more shields to Verso and Mael, so 3 more shields. It did apply AP again, and it did apply the burn stack again, 6. The 16 is from Mael's weapon, but he applies 3 burn per death. So basically, the way to actually play this and never die is you're trying to keep Mael and Verso as alive as possible, and in order to do that, you need Monoko. Now, obviously, your revive tints are limited to 8, but using Mael, you can actually use the gradient charge on 2, which Mael uses the Phoenix, which she applies burn to enemies, but also revives the party, right? So if you want to scale that even more, you can add Luna to the party, so that way you don't have to waste the revive tints or the gradient charge on Mael, and you can revive Monoko with Luna. So instead of Mael and Verso, you can use Mael and Luna, for example. And then you can have Mael's gradient charge to revive, Luna's revive to revive, and then you'll have 8 revive tints. So basically, it doesn't matter what we do here. Let's just say we skip our turn. So I have 7 shields on Verso and 5 shields on Mael. So I can kind of tell logically that I don't have to revive Monoko now, right? Mael has 3 shields now, so after this rocks, she's not gonna have any shields, right? So now it's like, okay, like Mael needs shields, she's about to die. So since I have the cheater on both Verso and Mael, actually, yeah, if I mention something that you should add to the other 2 characters is probably having the cheater on all of them, because it's quite good because you can actually play twice. So basically here what I would do is, since I'm in Virtuos, I would probably just use Pyrolyze to like do damage to them, or like, and then just increase the burn stacks, whatever, right? And then on my second play, I would use a revive tint and actually revive Monoko. So once I revive Monoko, Monaco plays instantly because of the Revive Paradox Picto, and he already gives +3 AP because he got revived. And now I'm playing instantly as Monaco. So basically, I just apply shields again. So I apply shields to Mael, right? And so now I'm getting attacked. So now Monaco dies again, and then the shields are improved again. But just remember, the shields are capped at 9. I haven't really researched if people have done this, but I'm just putting this out if someone wants to have some sort of tanky build where they don't really die. One thing that I forgot to mention is that you can actually improve this build using a specific weapon on Mael. Now I'm using the Jarum weapon on Mael. The reason why the Jarum is nice is because of its level 20 stat. So basically the level 20 stat makes it to where you do 50% increased counter attack damage per shield that you have. So if you have 9 shields on Mael, you basically do 450% increased counter attack damage. But that's basically it. If you have any questions surrounding this build, let me know in the comments.
So how is it gonna work? Okay, I have shields. Okay, look at that. I died. I got revived. They have 6 shields, max AP, and I'm playing, and I can give them even more shields. Oh my god! I have 8 times that I can revive him, so there we go. And he plays instantly. And I can apply even more shields. Oh my god. Oh my god. Gradient revive? Oh, true. Oh my god, yeah. Bro, I forgot about that. Yeah. I can actually revive as well with the gradient shit. And I'm Monaco will play. Oh my god. And I'm gonna apply even more shields to Verso. Oh, brother. Oh no. You know, Monaco died. What am I gonna do? Apply burn with this as well. Yep. There we go. Come up, Monaco. It's time for you to die. Who wants shields? Yeah, going to take them away, man. Such a good strat, man.